106.3 FM, The Source.
Remember the scene in Indiana Jones where he's being accosted by some muggers on the street and they have a knife on him?
Oh, yeah.
And he pulls out a big knife. He said, "That's not a knife."
That's Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, what'd I say?
Indiana Jones,
okay.
yeah, it's Crocodile Dundee.
Okay. Well, that's not a knife. This is a knife.
That's right. Exactly.
So if you're going fishing, that's not fishing.
That's right.
This is fishing. Captain Charlie Griffin is on the phone. He is with the Wicked Tuna series. He's going to talk to us about the National Geographic Channel's Wicked Tuna Outer Banks television program with a new episode airing this Sunday at 9 p.m. on the National Geographic Channel. Captain Griffin is a full-time commercial fisherman and the captain of the Reels of Fortune. Oh, I love that.
I do too.
That's not fishing. This is fishing. Captain Griffin, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. How are you guys doing this morning?
Good. I'm not even going to tell you about fishing because I don't know anything about fishing. If I'm talking to you, I don't know anything about fishing. Where are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm in North Carolina. We do the show right here in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and we do it in the winter. It's the dead of winter, so unfortunately, it's not shorts and t-shirts and all fun. It's more like a job in the winter.
Is it? And as far as doing a TV show while you're doing your job, is that a challenge?
It can be, but I swear we've been really blessed with some good camera guys, and things work out really well for us. It's like I said, it's the winter, and sometimes we deal with ice and snow. This past year was really nice. It was probably one of the nicest years we've had in a long time. Not only was the weather cooperating, but the fishing was really good. So it ought to make for a really good show this year.
Oh, awesome. I can't wait to see it. So what will we see on Sunday?
I think you'll be seeing some big fish. There's all kinds of... I really don't know because I never know what's going to be shown until I see it myself.
Really?
But I do know they've got a lot of material. I mean, they've got quite a bit of material. So hopefully it'll be a real good show.
Navigation is an extremely important part of that determines how much or how little you catch. How do you become an expert navigator?
I don't know about the expert part. We just do what we do, and some days are better than others. It basically boils down to luck. Like any other fishing, you're going to have some really good days, and you're going to have some really bad days. And unfortunately, the time of year that we're doing this, we have to deal with our inlet, and getting in and out is probably more of a challenge than the fishing itself.
Does your boat ever ice up?
Yes. I mean, we've had snow. We've had ice so bad here in previous years that we were not allowed to even get. We couldn't even get to the ocean.
Oh wow!
So,
wow.
It's the dead of winter here. So, unfortunately, I know you guys in Florida don't see a lot of ice, but it gets pretty thick up here in certain times.
Is that right? So the navigation, you don't have like a GPS like we do in our cars. You don't have some lady saying, "When possible, make a U-turn."
They don't talk to us, but actually we do have GPS, and it
oh, really?
lets us know. Yes, sir. Lets us know our location, and hopefully it leads us in the right direction.
So, do you have the radar thing that you see in the fisher, like the sportsman's fisher boat, where it'll tell you that there's a fish underneath the boat or nearby?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we have the latest, greatest modern technology. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, that is cool. That is cool. So do you? I mean, have you embraced celebrity, or do you even experience celebrity? What is that like, having your name and your face kind of put out there?
Well, I don't know. I just, you know what I mean. I just stick close to home and work a lot. So it is pretty neat. I saw a family from England about 3 days ago. They were here in the Outer Banks, and the fellow came up to me and told me how much they love the show. They watch it in England, so that's pretty humbling,
That is cool.
They watch it all over the world. It's pretty cool.
How many people are in your crew, and when you select your crew, how do you know that they will love their job as much as you do?
Well, I mean, I have the smallest boat in the fleet, and I just have one mate, and it was my son for the first 2 years, and then my son decided to go on his own, and he's got 5 boats of his own now. He tries to keep going, and I just, I usually get somebody I've known for a long time. The boy I've got working with me now, Steve, is a lifelong friend, and he's fished all over the world. And when I say the world, I mean literally the world. He's been all over, and he's really, really good with the heavy tackle. And these fish are getting so big now. That's really important, to have somebody who knows and understands heavy tackle. And he's as good as anyone. I'd put him up against anyone. That it's a pretty tough job, Like I said, it's in the winter, so most of the time it's rough. And then, we're dealing with fish that are weighing up to 700 pounds. So,
yeah.
Wow.
You have to have your stuff right.
Tell me your thoughts on some of the regulations that are imposed on fishermen by the government. Are you in agreement with them, or what are your thoughts on them?
Well, I'll tell you, every fishery has to be managed. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of the way the bluefin are being managed. I think it's probably the most mismanaged fishery we have right now. Every fishery I'm involved in, there's rules and regulations, there's size limits, there's quotas, there's, different things that we have to abide by, and that's good. I have no problem with that. But, for example, we probably get less than 10% of the allotted quota. When I say we, I'm talking about the state of North Carolina and the southern states.
Okay.
It's pretty much regulated from the crowd up north, and we are fighting, struggling, begging, whatever you want to call it, to get more quota. But for example, last year, we had a lot of boats from up north come down. We were only allowed 1 fish a day, and we were only allowed,
oh my gosh,
I think less than 40 metric ton, which normally our season starts January and ends the end of March. This year, March 2nd, the fisheries determined that we had caught our quota and it was over. And so therefore we had the rest of March to try to figure out what to do to make a week's work.
Wow.
And that is unfair. That hurts us. Well, I mean, you know what I mean? It does hurt us, and the thing of it is, that the guys from up north come down and catch 2/3 of our quota. So they're already getting 90% of the quota, and then they come and get, anyway. I don't want to be that guy.
No, but I'm glad you said that, though. I mean, it helps us understand what you have to go through. I mean, we're watching it as a TV show, and this is your livelihood.
Yes, sir. And like I said, I'm one of the guys who strictly depend on fish to make a living. I do it, all the time. Right now, we're having great yellowfin and big eye fishing. Our fishing this summer has been really good, which is a good thing because, like I said, last year we were shut off, or this past winter, we were closed down a month early, and it's probably the least amount of bluefin I was ever able to harvest. And when you depend on something and then it's taken away from you, it affects your whole year. So I'm glad we're having a good summer. It all works out.
Wow.
Do you ever answer the call to help get rid of an unwanted species? I know down here in Florida they have this call out to try to eradicate the lionfish because they're just becoming a nuisance. No, and that's funny because they closed commercial fishing grounds to sharks. The shark fishery has been just about completely closed down, and right now we're running into a problem where the sharks are really becoming a nuisance, and like we're hooking these really nice tuna, and the sharks are just devouring them. Oh, no.
I don't want to get into the fishery thing, but yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to sit back and second guess someone else's decisions, but I wish that they would collect better data to when they go to set these rules and regulations for us, because I think we're in about our 3rd year of no commercial shark fishing, and if you watch Shark Week, you kind of feel sorry for the sharks, but you talk to a local fisherman, and even down in Florida, because I have several friends that fish up and down the East Coast, and they're even starting to be a problem down there, so too much of anything is not good for everything else, so. But anyway, I don't know how to make the call on that, but I do see the effects of what just 3 years of closing a fishery down has done, and it's not great.
Wow, so we need somebody to represent the fishing profession up in Congress. We need somebody up there to lobby on your behalf. Captain,
we really do. We
you have somebody, or you need somebody?
No, we need somebody. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
sounds like I wholeheartedly agree with that.
It definitely sounds like it. It's an honor to have you on. That was such a great conversation you gave us. Be careful out there, and we'll be watching you on Sunday. So Captain Charlie Griffin on Sunday at National Geographic Channel's Wicked Tuna Outer Banks. It'll come on Sunday, July 1st at 9 p.m. Just get comfy, watch a man do his job, and it looks like a hard job too, by the way.
And eat a tuna sandwich.
It's gonna be a really good show this year. We had nice weather, and like I said, really big fish. I expect it to be one of the better seasons so far.
Wow. Well, thank you. It's an honor to be able to say we spoke to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll be right back.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff.